Python for Beginners. A series of lectures on Python language with real-life problems and their solutions by Imran's. Our first lecture on Python introduction. Please subscribe to our channel for getting updated videos right away.
You will be able to learn what is Python language, its scope, and its application. You will be able to write a small Python program at the end of this video by learning basic concepts. You should get Python 3 installed on your computer. Python language is one of the most loved language of the world, with its easy English-like syntax and very easy coding. It is free and open source. A very vast online support by Python community for the solution of any problem. You can install other free of cost libraries and packages as per your program need. These great websites are a few examples of websites based on Python. Today World Web is using Python in a way or other. Artificial intelligence is changing the world today. You name Google Maps, or text-to-speech software, or diagnosis by machines without the need of doctor. Autopilot cars, gaming, and so on. Python is behind it. Python is being used in data science and nice data plotting. Python libraries like Pandas, NumPy, and Matplotlib are used. Lots of cool games are based on Python. For desktop, Hinter, an inbuilt library, is used for creating GUIs for software. Variables store data in Python. They can have alphabets from A to Z with or without combination of numbers. There must not be space between alphabets. A few examples of variables are given here. Literals are the values defined by us for variables. They can be of three main types. Numeric literals that have numeric values. It may be an integer or float number or a complex number. String literals are alphabets marked with single or double quotes, while Boolean literals present true or false relationship. If you want to learn Python, you need to play with it. Let's start our exercise. I have defined a variable a, with its value 5. A is a variable, equal sign is assignment operator, while 5 is numeric integer literal. B is showing float literal with a decimal value. C is a string literal, showing the text, while Z is a Boolean literal, which can have value true or false. We use print command to print our output in Python. When we print, we get hello world printed. Alternatively, we can directly print our string. Difference here is that we use quotation marks for writing string directly in print command. Hello world is printed in both ways. We use hash mark to denote a comment in Python. Comments elaborate the code for users and for us as well. Comment can also be used to make a code line inactive. Sometimes, we want to do some testing or want to use that code later. As you see, we have used hash mark before print command to make it inactive. When we print, then only one hello world is printed. We use type command in Python to know the type of variable. When we use type command for variable a, it turned out to be an integer. Similarly, B is a float while C is string. Variable Z is Boolean. Input command is used to take user's input. We have used a string variable x for getting input from user. When we run the code, it asks the user to enter his or her favorite fruit name. User enters mango as fruit of choice. Print command is used to print variable x. Please note that text written in quotation marks under print command will be printed as such. After that we have used comma and variable x for getting its value. Mango will be printed as favorite fruit. Now, we take user's input for selecting a whole number. This input value is denoted to variable x. We define another variable y. The value of y is equal to x plus 5. We also changed the text under quotation marks to show the sum is equal to y. Run the code and enter 5 as input number. But it returns an error message that string cannot be concatenated to integer, rather to string only. The reason for this error was that input command always generates strings values. If we want to do some calculations taking these input value, we must convert it to integer first. We can convert input values to integer values like that. When we run the code again and enter some value, the value of y is displayed without any error. We can use different ways to assign literals to variables. We have used a and b, which are both equal to 5. When we print, the value 5 is printed for both a and b. We may assign literals to a and b with comma separated values. First and second value will denote a and b respectively. We get the proof of this by printing the values for a and b. Now, we use different mathematical operators like addition, subtraction, division to perform operations on these literals. We shall print the value for each operation for you. We can use divmod to calculate the quotient and remainder of a divided by b in one code. We have two numeric variables x and y, which are not equal. Now, we test variables x and y for their Boolean value if it is true or false. As we run print command to check if they are equal, output value is false. Tested for not equal, the result is true. Similarly, we test for greater than or lesser than expressions. There is another type of number which is called random number. In Python, there is an inbuilt module called random. We import this module to use it in our current file. Now, we use this formula to find a random number between range 1 to 10. Just note that the number 10 will not be included, as the last number of range is excluded by Python. We run the program again and again. The output number will be random from 1 to 9. When we use input command, by default, output type is a string in Python. As we want to do some calculations, we would need to convert string to integer. We take input in Fahrenheit and use the formula to convert it to centigrade. You have already got the knowledge of different mathematical operators we have used here. We use print command to get output of our program. Now, if we want to round off the output number to say 2 digits, we write this code for that. In this way, you get temperature converted in centigrade to 2 digits precision.